are you guys doing? All right, well, tonight we have a special event for you guys. We have Bible Jeopardy. The questions in this game will be from the July services. So just a quick walkthrough of the game. We will have 4 different categories. And those categories are in the stacks, which is where you will be given a Bible quote, and you have to guess which book it came from. Guess I should have said, please turn your phones on silent before this started. So the category in the stacks, you will be given a quote from the Bible, and you will have to guess which book it is from. And there is an extra bonus point opportunity for in the stacks. If the correct answer has a number associated with it, like 1st or 2nd Kings, if you guess the correct number, you get a bonus 100 points for that question. For I Know That Verse, you will be given a quote from the Bible with a blank somewhere in it. And from the answer choices, you have to fill in the blank. The third category, Who Did What Now? You will be given a scene from the Bible, and you have to guess who the scene is describing. For the category Where Am I? You will be given a scene from the Bible and have to guess where it's talking about. Each question will have an answer choice of 3 possible answers, and you will be given 30 seconds after I read the question once to provide an answer. Some quick things about the rules. Unlike regular Jeopardy, if you get a question wrong, you won't lose points. You just won't get the points for that question. And I will call on people to pick a question in a category so that each person gets a chance and it's not a mess trying to figure out who gets a pick. There are 2 daily doubles on this board, picked at random, and there's also Final Jeopardy, but they go by special rules, so when we get to that, we'll go over it. So starting out, Mr. David, would you like to pick a question and category? What number? Who did what now for 200? In Mark 11, who compared the Temple of Courts to a den of robbers? Please click the button. You have 30 seconds. No, write it down on your piece of paper. Yes. All right, time is up. If you picked Jesus, you got 200 points. Miss Janice, if you would, pick a category in question. Where am I? 400. What is the name of the location where Jesus was crucified? Please click the button. Was it Cavalry, Calvary, or Chivalry? You have 30 seconds. Time is up. If you picked Calvary, C-A-L, you got 400 points. Miss, if you could, would you pick a category in question? No? Okay. Would you? Who am I? What number? There is a 600. Who am I? 600. Oh, where am I? Oh, right. Where am I? 600. Congratulations, that is a daily double. So here's how this works. At this point, you can wager as many points as you have. You can wager 0 or up to the number of points you have or anything in between. And if you get the question right, you will double what you wagered. However, if you get the question wrong, you lose those points. So if you would, please write down whatever you're wagering. If everybody has their wagers, I'll read the question. In Matthew 4, Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights in what kind of environment? Please click the button. A mountaintop, a busy city, or a dry desert? You have 30 seconds. Time is up. If you picked dry desert, you doubled your wager. Would you like to? Yes. No. For the daily double, whatever question it was, the points are irrelevant. It's just whatever you wagered. Yeah, that is true. Would you like to pick a category? You want to? Okay. In the stacks, 200. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Please click the button. Was this from Thessalonians, Matthew, or John? You have 30 seconds. Time is up. If you picked John, you got 200 points. Any volunteers to pick a category or question? I know that verse. I know that verse, 400. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely blank. Mark 7:7, NIV. Please click the button. The answer choices are human rules, false doctrines, or unnecessary practices. You have 30 seconds. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely blank. Human rules, false doctrines, unnecessary practices. Time is up. If you picked false doctrines, I'm sorry, you got it wrong. But if you picked human rules, you got 400 points. Any volunteers to pick a question? In the stacks, 800. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Please click the button. Was this from Jeremiah, Numbers, or Proverbs? You have 30 seconds. Brother Jeff, cue the music. Time is up. If you picked Jeremiah, you got 800 points. Maybe we should just do the music from now on. Any volunteers to pick a question? Okay. Who did what now? Who did what now? 600. In 2 Kings 2, who watched their mentor be taken to heaven by horses and chariots of fire? Please click the button. Can we get the music? We have Elijah, Joshua, or Elisha. Watch their mentor be taken to heaven by horses and chariots of fire. Elijah, Joshua, or Elisha. Technical difficulties. All right, time is up. If you picked Elisha with an S, you got 600 points. Is that easier? That's better? Okay. Did you want to pick a question? I know that verse, 800. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your blank. Romans 12:2, NIV. Please click the button. Soul, heart, or mind? You have 30 seconds. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your blank. Soul, heart, or mind? Time is up. If you picked mind, you got 800 points. Any volunteers for another question? Oh, Darlene, would you like to pick? I know that verse for 600. But seek first his blank and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Matthew 6:33. Please click the button. Kingdom, love, or forgiveness? You have 30 seconds. But seek first his blank and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Kingdom, love, or forgiveness? Time is up. If you picked kingdom, you got 600 points. Yeah, sounds like it. Any? I don't think I've earned that. Yeah, we're streaming right now. Yeah, Jeopardy, give me a call. Any volunteers to pick another question? Who did what now for 1,000? Big money. In James 1, who told the 12 tribes that God does not tempt anyone? Please click the button. Was it James, Peter, or Jesus? You have 30 seconds. In James 1, who told the 12 tribes that God does not tempt anyone? Was it James, Peter, or Jesus? We'll go to the end of the music. Yeah. The 1,000 questions have no mercy. If you picked James, you got 1,000 points. Any volunteers for a question? Where am I 1,000? Ding, 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 that's a daily double. Same rules as before. You can wager as many points as you want, but you do risk those points if you get the question wrong. If you get it right, you get double what you wagered. The question is, in Mark 11, in what city did Jesus overturn the tables of the money changers? Please click the button. Was it Jerusalem, Nazareth, or Jericho? We'll have music in a moment. In what city did Jesus overturn the tables of the money changers? Was it Jerusalem, Nazareth, or Jericho? If you picked Nazareth, I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. If you picked Jerusalem, you doubled your wager. Tensions run high. All right. That was the last of the daily doubles, but we do have Final Jeopardy, which follows the same kind of thing. All right. So any volunteers for a question? Brother Jeff, why don't you pick one? In the stacks, 1,000. No temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. Please click the button. Was that in Romans, Corinthians, or Colossians? There's radio silence. You have 30 seconds. Thank you. No temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man, but God is faithful. He will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. Is this Romans, Corinthians, or Colossians? Time is up. If you picked Corinthians, you got 1,000 points. Now, for those that did pick Corinthians, if you can say whether 1st or 2nd Corinthians, you can get a bonus 100 points. Write it down. You have 30 seconds.
How much extra bonus do you get?
100 points. No. It's just a bonus if you get it. If you said 1 Corinthians, you got a bonus 100 points. Any volunteers for questions?
Let's go ahead and go
In the stacks.
Okay, let's go ahead and go do
We've already done in the stack. In the stack, 600. All these evils come from inside and defile a person. Please click the button. All these evils come from inside and defile a person. Was this from Mark, Luke, or John? You have 30 seconds. All these evils come from inside and defile a person. Mark, Luke, or John? This is 600. Time is up. If you picked Mark, you got 600 points. All right, any volunteers for questions? In the stacks, 400. Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Please click the button. Was this from Mark, John, or Luke? please, if you have a Bible, please refrain from using it. Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. From Mark, John, or Luke. Time is up. If you picked John, you got 400 points. 400. Pay no attention to the banner behind you. Any volunteers for questions? I know that verse 200. And saw some of his disciples eating food with hands that were blank, that is, unwashed. Mark 7:2. Please click the button. Were they sooty, defiled, or unclean? You have 30 seconds. And saw some of his disciples eating food with hands that were blank, that is, unwashed. Sooty, defiled, or unclean. Hands that were blank, sooty, defiled, unclean. Time is up. If you picked defiled, you got 200 points. Not seeing happy faces. Any volunteers for questions? I know that verse 1000. The blank shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. John 10:11. Please click the button. You have 30 seconds. True, good, or kind. The blank shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. True, good, or kind. The blank shepherd. True, good, or kind. Time is up. If you picked good, you got 1,000 points. I believe I saw a hand go up over here last time I asked. Where am I? 800. In John 9, where did the blind man wash the mud from his eyes? Please click the button. A nearby puddle, the Galilee pond, or the pool of Siloam? You have 30 seconds. Where did the blind man wash the mud from his eyes? A nearby puddle, Galilee pond, or the pool of Siloam? John 9. If you picked the pool of Siloam, you got 800 points. I believe Darlene had a question she wanted to pick. So where am I 200? In Matthew 14, what body of water did Jesus walk on? Please click the button. Was it the Jordan River, the Dead Sea, or the Sea of Galilee? You have 30 seconds. What body of water did Jesus walk on? The Jordan River, the Dead Sea, or the Sea of Galilee? If you guessed the Dead Sea, you had a bad guess. If you picked the Sea of Galilee, you got 200 points. Anybody like to pick a question? We have Who Did What Now 400 and Who Did What Now 800. You want to do 400? All right. Who did what now for 400? In Matthew 14, who did Jesus tell to come to him on the water? Please click the button. Was it Paul, Philip, or Peter? You have 30 seconds. Who did Jesus tell to come to him on the water? Paul, Philip, or Peter? If you picked Peter, you got 400 points. And our last question from the categories, who did what now? 800. In Mark 7, who did Jesus call hypocrites? Please click the button. Was it the common people, religious leaders, or local politicians? You have 30 seconds. Who did Jesus call hypocrites? Common people, religious leaders, or local politicians? How many hypocrites are in this answer pool? If you picked religious leaders, you got 800 points. And now, before we go into Final Jeopardy, it operates in the same way as the Daily Doubles. You put up a wager, and you either, if you get it right, double that wager and get those points back, or if you miss the question, you lose those points. So I'll ask that you write your wager now before we go into the question. Not at all. It is in the style of one of these categories, though. All right. Does everybody have their wager? All right, let's go into Final Jeopardy. Lord, she replied, even the blank under the table eat the children's crumbs. Mark 7:28. Please click the button. Was it rats, dogs, or animals? You have 30 seconds. Lord, she replied, even the blank under the table eat the children's crumbs. Rats, dogs, or animals? time is up. If you put dogs, you doubled your wager. Now if you'll go to finish game. I'd like to ask who had how many points? $44,900. Did anyone get higher than $44,900? No. If you miss a question, you don't take the points off unless it was either a daily double or Final Jeopardy. Okay, so I'm going to assume 44,900 was our highest. Please type in Janice and hit enter. Congratulations, Janice. You are the Bible Jeopardy champion. And with that concludes tonight's game of Bible Jeopardy. Thank you guys so much for playing.